Hi guys, I hope that you're very well. It's Sylvana here and I am back for a new video. For today we will be talking about obviously the full moon that's coming. It's a beautiful full moon in Virgo. So we're gonna discuss together what does it mean, ideas of maybe areas where you can try to journal on, reflect on, and just maybe reconsider in your life and see if that brings you any form of guidance and support. And of course we'll be discussing what are the keywords related to this full moon, as well as some examples of crystals that I would like to recommend for you guys if you are planning on doing a full moon ritual, or just to work on for the next couple of days based on the energy that this full moon is bringing us. To sum it up, so let's get started by first explaining what is the big deal about this full moon. What is it for you to remember right now, or to keep in mind, if anything, after this video about this full moon in Virgo? So it's very important to remind us that this full moon happens in Virgo, which is the opposite sign in the zodiac wheel compared to the season we're currently into, which is Pisces. So when the sun is in Pisces, then we get a full moon in Virgo. And these are two signs that very interestingly are very different on so many aspects, but at the same time they actually kind of fit each other very well on one idea, and that idea happens to be service. So how can they serve? How can they serve others? How can they be of help to others? This is a topic that actually makes a lot of sense for the two of them. And for Pisces, which is the season we're currently into, that translates into a sign that seems to be very much so focused on unconditional love and service around that topic. So how can they serve others for unconditional love in return? That's kind of the dynamic for Pisces. And the idea for Pisces is, how can I help you to feel better by my presence and my own energy? That's kind of the dynamic that Pisces is into. Whereas for Virgo, on the other side, it's slightly different. It's more so the idea of how can I practically serve others. It's a little bit more practical, and it doesn't really have that same idea, but it's more so like, how can I help you to feel better? How can I help anyone to feel better, but in a concrete way and with a step-by-step technique? Like what would be the plan here? What plan can I set up in order to achieve that, to make it easy? So the idea here is that as this full moon has the sun in a conjunction with Venus, and Venus as well being in Pisces, it also will be collaborating and syncing in energies that will kind of allow us and also remind us of the importance of taking care of ourselves and to love ourselves. That's kind of the energy you might feel resonating within you at the moment, and that's happening very much so energetically, which is kind of the area of Pisces, but at the same time through very practical rituals and ways of taking action, which then reflects to the Virgo side of things. And this shows that now could be a very good time for us to kind of really focus on really trying to create and set up a strong baseline for practicing self-love, for practicing rituals around self-love, because of that very interesting blend of energies we currently have. And that question can be, for example, if you were to look for a journaling prompt to get you started, could be, how can I I bring more love to my daily life? You know, how can I increase that beautiful loving energy? And that can also be, you know, by thinking about those elements, by bringing that love, that loving energy, or like to your life, because obviously you deserve it. You will then radiate love energy. And with Venus being in Pisces, this will really resonate with you, and that will really help to guide you to where you need to be. Because by radiating and by opening yourself to unconditional love, you will be able to inspire the world around you and yourself, and inspire other people to do the same, and get yourself to do it even more. And that leads me to another topic, which is very interesting, which could be an example of what to work on with this full moon in Virgo, which is pretty much like how loving ourselves. It also shows the importance of us doing our shadow work, and to really work on our wounds, on our traumas, and really to try to do our best to make sure that by witnessing them, noticing them, understanding them, acknowledging them, and working on them, we can heal them. That's what this should be all about. And at the moment you might think, you know, yeah, but it's too hard, it's too difficult, it's too complicated, I don't know how I can do this, I don't know if I'm capable, I don't know if I'm worthy. Well, just ask yourself, you know, what is preventing you at this exact moment from loving yourself fully? I want you really to answer to this question. And, you know, are you capable? Are you able? Do you believe that you can love yourself as much as you love your partner? You know? And that in itself is helping you to create that that shadow work, and be able to really work on those wounds, or any type of difficulties that you might have, that might stop you from moving on and improving and growing. You know, Virgo's ability is also related to the higher self, and to listening to your needs, to follow your heart while staying grounded. And that is a gift that's offered to us, and also a reminder of the work that we have to do now during this full moon to grow even more. You know, like Virgo is here to remind us that we have the strength within to clear any of those blocks, and to listen to our truth, to listen to our wisdom of our higher self, just like Virgo does. You know, so really think deeply about what's blocking you from accessing your higher self. You know, could it be a lifestyle choice? Could it be your own self-doubt? You know, or maybe you're just not giving yourself the time to do it. It could be as simple as that. So yeah, I would suggest for this full moon for you guys to really try to help you to let go of anything that could be causing any of those you know, blockages. Allow this full moon to really allow you to reconnect with your own deeper self. And you know, Virgo can also tend to be overcritical, so please try to remember to stay, to really stay open, to all the possibilities, and don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't be too critical of yourself, because that is something that is reminiscent of Virgo's personality, and this is something that, you know, that is the shadow side of the Virgo. But we want to focus on is the bright side, and it's about that sense of connection with our inner goddess, our inner divine, and to be sure, confident of our own selves and of our journey. And you know, your higher self is like your intuition. It knows the way to get to where you need to be, and it's just a matter of reminding yourself that you have those powers within you. You have to open yourself to receiving them, you know. And I'd say another another key element is if you are wondering what are going to be the main topics, themes, keywords for this full moon, it was going to be obviously beautiful ideas of what to work on. If you're going to do a ritual yourself, or if you're going to do journaling or meditation, whatever it is, this full moon is really going to be, obviously, as we just said, about love and compassion for yourself, that sense of higher love and ideas, healing, nurturing yourself, nourishing yourself, you know, allowing yourself to be sensitive to natural vibrations. That's what Virgo represents, really. And maybe also really bridging that gap between yourself and spirits and nature, and appreciate beauty and purity for what it truly is. And yeah, just you know, relaxing and just accepting positive change in your life. And if I was to give examples of crystals that you guys can work with at this period of time, or during this ritual that you're going to set up for the full moon, or anything like that, I'd suggest, for example, you can work with we've got, let me see, I've got some beautiful rhodonite. Rhodonite is a great example. Rhodonite is great for this time because it's really all about giving and receiving love, and that sense of groundedness within the heart, which is exactly what we need with this Virgo full moon. And also, I suppose, like attracting love and that sense of ideals in reality, but still connected deeply to love. It's a beautiful blend of all those elements. So definitely rhodonite for love in general would be great. Another example would be, obviously, we need malachite because we are talking about shadow work and inner child healing. So guys, now is the time to get out your beautiful malachite and really to work on that inner power, you know, that accelerated sense of healing, and acknowledging that beautiful inner power, strength, beauty that you have within yourself. Last but not least, it's not exactly that, but we're pretty close. I here have pink tourmaline. It's good, you can use that, but if you have watermelon tourmaline, even better. It's really about nurturing that heart chakra, guys, healing, you know, bridging that gap between the higher self, the divine, and the reality of us and the earth. So yeah, really all about opening, healing, nurturing, and that sense of compassion, and just even physical love, really, you know. So yeah, just that heart chakra nurturing energy. So yeah, that would be, oh yeah, I'm gonna give you a little bonus. I didn't thought about it, but I might as well give you another bonus. If you don't have any of those, this is my bonus today. You can also use Sugilite. Sugilite is perfect for this time, yes, because what is Sugilite? Sugilite is that sense of the heaven and the earth both being connected, but at the same time it also radiates divine love energy. So obviously you're looking at grounding the light, healing, love of the heaven, and you know, that soul level self-love energy, kind of that healing energy, a little bit of that magic side of it. Sugilite is another great choice. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it interesting and helpful. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about this. What is going to be your full moon ritual? What are you focusing on for this full moon, if anything? I would love to hear from you guys and see what is your perspective on this full moon and what it's going to bring. You know, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you have not done it already. And I will be talking to you tomorrow, guys. Hope you have a beautiful day.